Good afternoon. Here is the city names on OGBC. Bolaji Eze. The nation's number one, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, has performed the wreath-laying ceremony with other dignitaries to mark the 2024 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration in Abuja. All service chiefs, led by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, and the heads of other security agencies, among others, also took part in the ceremony. The program, organized yearly to commemorate Nigeria's fallen heroes, also witnessed other activities such as prayers, gun salute, and the releasing of pigeons at the National Arcade, Ibu Square, Abuja. In attendance to witness the ceremony were members of the diplomatic corps and other dignitaries, including members of the federal. The ultimate prize paid by the nation's fallen heroes were again acknowledged this Monday at the special parade and laying of making this year's Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration. At the event, which was at the arcade ground, Okemoson, Abeokuta, the laying of wreaths was performed by Governor Abiodun, security chiefs, the state chairman of the Nigerian Legion, Master Warrant Officer Olumuyiwa Orukoton, the Speaker of the House of Assembly, the Chief Judge, the four paramount rulers in the state, and the representative of the widows of the fallen heroes. The ceremony featured a gun salute as the release of pigeons by Mr. the nation's president, as well as the governor and people of the state. In the meantime, Nigerians have been admonished to embrace the spirit of patriotism in the interest of unity and nation building. The Ogun State Governor, Prince Abiodun, gave the admonition this morning while addressing newsmen at the wreath-laying celebration of the 2024 Armed Forces Remembrance Day held at the Arcade Ground in Abeokuta. Governor Abiodun, who expressed optimism that the nation would be great again, urged the people to shun acts of violence and other acts capable of truncating the peace of the nation. Mr. Governor pleaded with Nigerians not to sow seed of discord or fan the ember of hatred, but to believe in their leaders and embrace the spirit of brotherhood. Meanwhile, officers and soldiers of the Nigerian Armed Forces have been charged to continue to remain vigilant and uncompromising in the discharge of their constitutional responsibilities. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, gave the charge in a goodwill message on the occasion of this year's Armed Forces Remembrance Day. General Musa pointed out that the day holds great significance as it provides the opportunity to reflect on the sacrifices, bravery, and commitment of the fallen heroes in defending the territorial integrity of the country. The defense chief told the military personnel to remain resolute in defeating all forms of security threats to ensure enduring peace and security in every area of the country. In a related development, the President Bola Tinubu-led administration is focused on ensuring that Nigeria remains an inseparable and indivisible entity. The nation's number one lawmaker, Senator Godswill Akpabio, said this on Sunday at an interdenominational church service commemorating the 2024 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration held at the National Christian Center in Abuja. According to the senator, Nigeria's unity came at a great price, and the sustenance and defense of this unity rests on the shoulders of men and women of the armed forces. He saw the need for fellow compatriots to stand in solidarity with the families of the fallen heroes and heroines, assuring that the government will continue to evolve policies to address the challenges faced by the families as a result of the loss. Away from the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, the presidency has assured that the ongoing financial reforms in the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation will be fast-tracked given the importance of the ministry's social investment programs. The special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, gave the assurance while speaking with newsmen. He said the committee led by the coordinating Minister of the Economy and Minister of Finance, Mr. Wale Edun, is working and remain mindful of the urgency of the need to resume the social investment programs which President Bola Tinubu altered last Friday. According to the presidential aide, Mr. Edun is not to probe the Humanitarian Affairs Ministry, but to develop financial guidelines for the ministry and its agencies. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Mr. Nyesom Wike, has directed security agencies to clamp down on criminals vandalizing streetlights in Abuja. The Secretary, Command and Control at the Department of Security, Federal Capital Territory Administration (FCTA), Dr. Peter Olumoji made this known in an interview with newsmen in Abuja this Monday. He expressed worry that while efforts were ongoing to restore and make all streetlights functional across the city, some miscreants resorted to vandalizing the facilities, particularly the solar-powered ones in some parts of the city. As street lighting of the city and improved drastically in line with the directive of the FCC House. From the Temple of Justice, the Apex Court has reserved judgment in the appeal filed by the governorship candidate Mr. Tony Cole against the victory of the Rivers State Governor Mr. Siminalayi Fubara in the March 18, 2023 governorship election. Mr. Cole's case is a fallout of the appeal court decision of the 20th of November, which dismissed his appeal for lacking sufficient and convincing evidence. APC governorship candidate's contention is that of the irregularities non-compliance with the continued signing of documents as a Rivers State Accountant General after his nomination as the governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party. Mr. Cole, after all parties in the suit adopted their briefs of argument, the Apex Court also dismissed the appeal of Mr. Innocent Kekere of the after it was withdrawn by the state executive. This is contained in a statement signed by the clerk of the House, Mr. Emeka Madi, this Monday in Port Harcourt. The clerk said the commissioners include Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Professor Zacchaeus Andago, Commissioner for Works, Dr. Des George Kelly, Commissioner for Special Duties, Mr. Emeka Woke, Commissioner for Social Welfare and Rehabilitation, Mrs. Ineme Aguma, and Commissioner for Finance, Mr. Isaac Kamalu. Others are the Commissioner for Education, Professor Chinedu Umom, Commissioner for Transport, Dr. Jacobson Mbina, and Commissioner for Environment, Austin Ben Chioma. Mr. Mahdi said the former commissioners are expected to produce first of their curriculum vitae as well as photocopies and original copies of their credentials to the River State House of Assembly at the legislative quarters. Persons living with disability who wish to sit for the 2024-2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination can now register at no cost. The Registrar of the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, Professor Ishaq Oloyede, said this while rolling out the registration process for interested candidates across the country. Professor Oloyede explained that JAMB will issue free application documents to all categories of persons living with disability as a form of support. He said that measures have been put in place to ensure a smooth exercise for all candidates, while audiobooks will be provided for all blind candidates. On sports, the Super Eagles of Nigeria and head coach Jose Peseiro says errors observed in the first game will be rectified ahead of the team's second game against host Cote d'Ivoire on Thursday. Equatorial Guinea and their opening game on Sunday, a result Peseiro says won't affect their plans at the Continental Showcase. Similarly, midfielder Alex Iwobi has urged Nigerians not to be deterred due to the slow start at AFCON. The Fulham man is confident that the team will turn things around subsequently. For the Super Eagles training scheduled this Monday, OGBC's Bayo Adegboyega, who is in Cote d'Ivoire, reports that the session will commence at 4 p.m. local time, 5 p.m. Nigerian time at the National Police School, Abidjan. That was the City News on OGBC, packaged by Chris